Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's Corner. Again, if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Okay, so this episode is a movie review of one of the greatest movies of all time. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, well, there's a lot of great movies out there, and which one are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about the new movie, London Has Fallen, starring Gerard Butler as Secret Service agent Mike Banning to help protect the President of the United States. Played by Aaron Eckhart. Yeah, President Benjamin Asher. Yeah, wow, this was one of the greatest movies of all time. It just blew away the first movie completely. Made me forget about the first movie. I mean, the first movie was a great movie. I enjoyed that too. I saw that the first week it came out, and now I saw this one the first week it came out. And I was expecting London Has Fallen to, at the worst case scenario, be as good as the previous one, which if that were the case, then I got my money's worth and it was a good movie. But this one surpassed my expectations. So the movie, there's spoiler alert, by the way, in case you haven't seen the movie. I'm going to give away some spoilers. So the movie basically starts out, there's a drone strike on terrorist spot where the terrorist was hanging out. He's one of the top 10 most wanted terrorists in the world, and he is Amir Barkawi. Yeah, that's the name of the terrorist in the movie, played by Alan Moni Abatboul, believe it is. I think I said that. Anyways, you get the point. He's a bad guy, he's a terrorist, he's an arms dealer, this and that, and the United States drops a drone strike, and we thought he was dead. 2 years later, the British Prime Minister passes away. There's a big funeral service. All the world leaders go to the funeral to pay their respects. But all the while, the terrorist was still alive, and he plots these attacks to take out the world leaders and to assassinate the President of the United States on camera, to post it on YouTube. And so they get to the funeral service. Of course, all hell breaks loose, and the President's whole Secret Service team gets wiped out except for one, Mike Banning. Yeah, and Mike Banning has to use his wits, his chops, to take care of the bad guys and get to the bottom of this. And they find the base in London, and they storm in on it. And they tell Mike Banning ahead of time, there's like 100 terrorists in there. And then he says, they should have brought more guys. And I go, wow. That is awesome. You go get them, bro. Amazing. Yeah, and then there's some, backup from British Secret Service MI6 agents that help Mike Banning out. And it was this case of you didn't know who to trust. You didn't know who was a good guy, who was a bad guy at times. I mean, but Mike Banning was able to get to the bottom of it again and protect the President of the United States. And the President was pretty scared out of his mind in this movie. And Mike Banning, he hung in there, and he didn't play nice at all to the bad guys. Yeah, then the movie ends with the terrorist, the main terrorist, in his bunker or his little hideout place. And then he gets a call from the Vice President, which is played by Morgan Freeman. It's President Alan Trumbull, and he calls the terrorists up and says, look up. And then he looks up, and a drone jumps on him, blows him away, and the good guys win again, and go USA, and go Morgan Freeman, and go Gerard Butler, and go Aaron Eckhart. Yeah, amazing, amazing stuff. And Angela Bassett did a great job playing Lynn Jacobs, director of Secret Services, who gets killed midway into the movie, and you're just heartbroken when she's dying and she tells Mike Banning, kill these assholes, or something along the lines of that. And yeah, it's like, you could you might need Kleenex for that one. I mean, it was pretty sad. And then, yeah, it just, so Mike Banning, he's pissed off, and, you know, the chopper just crashed, and, you know, this is in the middle of the movie, and they were, just go see the movie. Just go see the movie. Even though, if you haven't seen the movie and you watch this episode, I ruined the movie for you, go see it anyways, because you're going to have the ride of your life. It was way better than the first movie. It was about 20 minutes shorter than the first movie. More action, more explosions, more big action scenes. And yeah, it was more straight to the point, I felt, which is the way action movies should be a lot of times. Wow. Top to bottom, I mean, beginning to end, this movie delivered. It was a popcorn action flick. It was everything I hoped for, and then some, and then some. And Mike Banning just gets to work fighting the bad guys. So there you have it. I give this movie an A+ or 5 stars or thumbs up or whatever the criteria is in this thing. Yeah, you know, just wow, amazing stuff. So go see London Has Fallen now in theaters, and stay tuned for my next episode of Nate's Corner, whenever that may be. But like I said previously, I'll do episodes of this show periodically on random stuff, and this one's a movie review, so never know what the next one will be about. Until then, see ya.